Starting. Cool. Let's share the screen. Okay, guys, as we start with the Java, we did cover the fundamental of the Java. We also covered the conditional statement, which was if, else if, switch case, and we did cover the scanner class method, that how we will take the value from the end user in running time. So these were the concepts that we taught. Let me clear one thing first in the session, that many of you I recognized on that day that didn't get the concept of the scanner class. Guys, that was an extra informative class or topic that I teach you. That is not related with our testing boot camps. It doesn't work any without testing bootcamp. But testing bootcamp, we need to focus on Selenium. So whatever topics I'm teaching here, I will point it out to you that, hey, you need to study this part. It's very important. Like, for example, in if statements, we have to learn the syntax of if. Later on, I will show you that how we gonna use this if statement inside Selenium. So we will use tiny and handpick topics and chosen topics from the Java, and we will use it inside Selenium. Java, we're learning Java as just we are learning the syntax, that whenever we are starting with the Selenium, so we can write the program actually, and we understand that how to create a class, how to create a file in Eclipse, in these stuffs. So don't worry, don't blame yourself. Those who didn't understand, I will take another program today as well, and we will move ahead with the Java. Okay, till this point, do we have any questions? Okay, let me see the chat box. Direct message. Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Thanks for confirmation, guys. Okay, let me start my Eclipse IDE. You guys also start your Eclipse IDE till that time. We will see today that how we will write a dynamic program inside Java. But this is an extra informative class, so it doesn't work with the testing, okay? This is for the sake of your understanding. Okay, great. So with no further delay, let's start with the program. First of all, let me close this. Let me close this one also. Let me open this section. Okay, I will take a new file. Let me take a new class. So I will name this class dynamic program. Dyno program. It's a name of file. You can give anything. So I'll make it public static void. We will explain the logic or the concept of what scanner class, that why we use scanner class, how we declare the syntax for that, from where it comes, each and everything we will study right here. So do you guys remember that if I gave you something and okay, I will ask someone randomly. Let's choose from the class. Let me ask Fahim Satari. Can you unmute yourself? It's a basic question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, Fahim Satari. Fahim, can you tell me that if I want to display this 7-digit on the console, which is in the bottom of my screen, how would I do that? Can you guide me?
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
That's okay, no worries. Okay, let me select someone else. Let's choose okay, let's do it with Sadaf. Sadaf, am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, that's good. So, okay, Sadaf, the question is here that I want to display this 8-digit on my console. So how would I do it if I'm doing it statically? Just a basic 8. So how would I do that? Just forget about scanner class, everything. Just tell me in a basic way.
We should put int and
Okay,
the
Sadaf,
subject.
wait, why should I put int right here?
For I don't know.
Okay.
How can I explain it?
Is this
Okay,
an
no
integer,
worries.
sir?
Okay, no worries, Sadaf. And next, what should I do?
Like number or
Okay, this
array.
number which I'm putting, we call it what?
1.
No, this number that we are putting, we call it 1. This has a name.
Right.
This
Digit.
no,
Integer?
no. Okay, wait, let me ask
There,
someone else.
variable.
Wait. Yeah, who was that?
It was me, sir. I was absent for 2 weeks. Sorry.
Okay, Feroz, that's cool. Okay, Feroz, that's cool. Let's continue with you. Okay, Feroz, why we use int here?
Then int because we have to specify the data type first. I mean, what kind of data type is that?
Excellent.
This is integer or a string? If it is number or integer, we have to declare the data type for that variable, and then we declare the variable after the data type, and at the end we initialize value for that variable, which could be any number.
Excellent job, Feroz. Thank you so much. Okay, now let me ask someone else. Excellent. Okay, Marina, can you unmute yourself? Let me ask you.
Yeah, sure. Hello.
Hello. Okay, Marina. Now I declared and I initialize it. And Feroz tell that this is declared data type of the variable. This is the declaration of the variable, and this is the initialization. So Marina, you tell me, how would I display this 8 number on my console?
Okay.
How would I do that?
When you run it, it will be displayed because
Okay,
it's already.
Let's run it. I will run this.
And you have to make a print. You have to make system out.println and assign the int. After that, it will be.
Okay, what is this system.out.println? Did we write it or no? It is by default from the Java.
Sorry?
What is the system.out.println? Did we create this function or no? It is coming from right from the Java itself.
This one is come from Java, but when you assign the int, the variable that you already mentioned there, you have to put it, because if you didn't assign that variable that you make, it will not show anything.
Excellent job.
It will just write that comment value.
Excellent job. Thank you. Now let me.
Yeah, we make all of this that the system understand what we want.
Excellent job. Excellent. The answer which I want, I got it from you. Thank you. Okay, now let me ask someone else. Okay, let's go with, I guess, do we have Masood in class? Masood, are you there?
Masood is here, yeah.
Yeah, great, Masood. So for displaying now, Marina help us that we have to write system.out.println. So I pass the parameter, I pass the comment as a value. So how would I bring that number variable and print it alongside with the system.out.println? Now, can you guide me?
So after the value semicolon, we can use plus.
Okay, you mean here I should use plus?
No.
Okay,
Inside the like right, yeah, here plus.
No. What is the name of this? Which I highlighted.
I just forgot the name.
The quotation.
Double quotes. Excellent job. Double quotes.
Yeah.
Double
double
quotations.
Okay. After double quotes,
No.
I should add what, Masood?
You should add plus
Excellent job. Then
result.
result. Where is result?
I think you should put the number, sir.
Yeah,
The number will-
You should
Number.
put
Excellent
number.
job, guys. Yeah, excellent job. I should put number. Now, if I save it and run it, what it will do? It will print value 8 for me. Now, guys, now we are programmers and we understand that if we change the value statically from the program itself, suppose I will put 6, so it will print for me 6. But later on, whenever you're delivering your project, now don't think as a tester, just think a little bit as a programmer. Now, whenever you're passing this value, this software to user will not do the coding because user are the common people who don't know even the alphabets of the programming. So they will only see whatever data on their mobile phone, on their computer screen will be displayed. So is it the ethical way that we all the time, the user should restrict to us that whenever user wants something, he or she come to us and we change it from the program? So this is not the right way. Am I right, Masood?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Now, for breaking this concept that we will not give the 6 value. As of now, let's take it from the user randomly. How we will take it from the user randomly? We will check it in the program. So now I didn't give any value to the user. I will clear the system.out.println as well. As of now, I just declared a variable. I didn't initialize it. I will do the initialization in which time, at the time of whenever we compile this and we run it and we see the result on the console. So we will take the value from here. Like I will pass the value 6, 7, 8, whatever random number comes in my mind, I will pass it on to the console. So it will display to us. Now, this concept, how we will apply this concept will be implemented through scanner class. Now, how we will use the scanner class, let's see in this class. Scanner class start right from here. First of all, guys, I need to follow some rules or syntax inside the Java so that I can declare the variable or the object of the scanner class. Now, how we will do that? First of all, you have to write scanner, S is capital, C-double-N-E-R. This is the syntax or grammar that we have to mention. This is very necessary that we have to follow in this way. Scanner. Now, in this part, we have to mention the name of our variable. As of now, I accept it as a variable, but its name is actually object. Later on, you will understand that what's object, okay? As of now, just accept it as a dynamic variable, that how we will use this dynamic variable. How this dynamic variable connect us with the class of scanner, which is exist inside this GRE system library, which is on the left-hand side of my screen. These are the predefined packages. I told you that predefined those things which is developed by the Java programmer, and it makes our life easy. So next, what should I do after scanner? I need to mention the variable. So I will put it read equal to. Now I have to mention one keyword named new. Next, my duty is that again, I have to mention the scanner. Put the semicolon. Now inside scanner, guys, you need to do what? You need to pass this parameter, this variable that you have to mention system.in, that you are putting the data through the system. System.in means that you're putting the data through the system. Now, now you can see that my scanners are getting underlined red line. So why this? Because we didn't import, we didn't bring it is reference from their parent package. So how we will bring that reference over on this red line? It says, first of all, that create a class scanner. So if it doesn't work like this, so you need to do what? You need to come right here, just click under the Java packages, which is on the first line of my file. So you can write simply import Java dot util dot scanner. If I put semicolon, you can see that I get rid of that red underline with the help of what? With the help of this package, with the help of this line which I mentioned. This line exists where? Okay, let me explain the folder structure. Actually, this is the folder structure which I mentioned. Import means that bring it on. From where? I give the address or the path that Java. Where is Java? Let's go to the folder of the Java. On the day which if you remember that we installed Java inside program files, if you remember, we have a Java folder right here. Can you locate it? I give the path that go to that Java folder and do what? Inside Java folder, we have one another folder that's called util, or we have one another file. Okay, we have a util file. Let's go and explore a util file. Do we have a util file? Actually, we have a lots of folder in here, so we might have one util file right here, so which is not visible right now as of now. So inside that util file, we have one section, one coding section like this, that we declare the logic of the scanner class in between that util file. Like that logic or coding part will be like this. It will be written like this in util file. Now our next job is, till this point, everything is clear, guys? Any question till this point? Any
No
confusion?
question.
No question? Okay. Now we declared a variable of a dynamic reading data that, okay, you got me. Now you're ready to execute your file. Now, as a user, you need to pass a variable. You need to pass a beautiful message that user can understand what the system wants actually from me. System.out.println, I will pass the data like this. Enter any value. I'll pass a comment that, hey, system wants from you, from user, from me, that you can pass any value from the console of my screen. Now next job is to hit the enter button right here. Before we were doing what? We were only assigning the value like this, like 8. If I want to display 8 number digits, so I need to pass it like this. It is called the initialization of the variable. But as of now, if I want to display something, or if I want to initialize the variable, so I need to do what? I need to get this number variable. I have to write it. I have to write the equal sign right here. Now, after writing the equal sign number, I need to, instead of writing 8, I need to write this much of line. First of all, I need to write this read, the name of the dynamic variable. I need to put the dot button. Next, I need to use a predefined function. What is predefined function? Predefined are those which are written or which is built in already for you for making your life easy inside Java. I have one method next int. Next spell is next, but with concatenation of the int is capital. Now put the curly brackets at the semicolon. Now this will do what? Let's a little bit clearer. This portion actually does what? This portion actually do the task of this. Like before, I was doing number equal to 5. Now, instead of writing 5, I will write this line. So this line will force me to take each and every time whenever I'm running the program, it will take the value from the console. Means I can give any value to the system. So system will accept it. Now, let me clear this line. Now, till this point, I'm good to go. I display a user-friendly message. I read the dynamic data through the system. Now, I will display this. How would I display this? With the help of system.out.println. I will copy this and I will paste it right here. So I will do what? Entered value. Value is same concept, same concatenation, just pass the number variable right here. Till this point, you're good to go. No worries at all. Just run the program. Now, if I run the program, you can see that it asks me, it prompts me that enter the value. If I enter the value 7, what should I expect? That what should it display? It should display like this. Entered value 7. You can see if I run the program again. Now, if I change the value to 4, I don't need to go to the code and change the value. I will change it dynamically inside the program, which I'm running it. I will add 4. If I enter, the entered value is 4. Now you can see the beauty of the scanner class that it opens our hand very much. We don't need to go each and every time and change the value inside the code. As of now, just I declared the structure. I write this much of line of code. And after that, I take the benefits that each and every time I entered any value, so it will display it for me. Got the problem? You got the solution? Now, any questions, any confusion points?
Peter, Furqan, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Masood.
You said at the very first, and you said that this is kind of the idea, kind of we get the concept, what is the scanner clause, and what does it mean? And basically this is the syntax. But could be, I don't know, it's too early to ask this question or not, but what do you think? Could be maybe a question of the interview that they ask you, can you write a scanner clause? Or how much the QA needed in the real life, this one? Or is this just today, you just want to make sure you give us the idea?
Okay. Masood asked a good questions. First of all, the interviewer will not ask you about the scanner class in Java. The interviewer will ask you regarding the topics of OOPS that next to next session we will be starting. This is an extra informative section that I teach you because you people might learn Java if someone asks you later on after the class that, hey, what is scanner class inside Java? So you guys at least understand the concept of that. That's why I teach you scanner class right here in the class. So next, it doesn't play any role in the QA. We don't need even use this in QA because each and every time that we are taking the value, we have a Selenium for that, so that with the help of Selenium inputs, we will get the value from the user. So don't worry about that. Hope the question is clear, Masood.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're most welcome. Okay, go ahead, guys. I will give you 2 minutes. Just try to write it. I will give you just 2 minutes for that. Just try to write this. It will revise you.
I share my screen, sir.
Okay, you want to share your screen? Yeah, share it. Now, guys, we will be starting with the loops. That what is loops inside Java? Why we use loops? We have actually basically 3 kinds of loops in Java. What are those? We will be studying one by one. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me connect my pad. We open my pen. Okay. Now we have a concept of loop. What is loop, guys? Suppose, for example, someone will tell you, or someone will ask you that, hey, you need to write a number from 1 till 10 for me. So it is easy for you to write it from 1 to 10. So how would you do that in side of, if you take a new program for that? You will do basically, you will print 10 times system.out.println. But what if someone asks you that, hey, print for me from 1 till 10,000? So would you do that and go for the 10,000 time writing down the system.out.println? That will create a mess for you inside the program. Your file will be heavier, your performance of the system will be slower. So for that reason, loops come into the picture and saves us from that much line writing of the code. Instead of writing 10,000 times system.out.println, we will do what? We will write 3 lines of code that we will start from for. It has a body with the 3-4 lines. We can write from 1 till n time number. So why we use this loop? This loop used basically with the circular data. For example, if you want to circulate, if you want to run something inside loop, if you want to loop something that, hey, start from here, end it in this point. So for that, this is called loop, because number will traverse till where it reaches, till the destination it reaches. Now, how we will use that loop? Let's see it. Let me take a new. Basically, inside Java, we have 3 kinds of loops. First loop is for loop. Second is while loop. And third one is do while loop. Each of them, for loop, while loop, and do while loop, has different use cases. For loop, we use for what? If everything is defined, means my starting point, my starting number, or my starting digit, or my starting point, and my end point is exactly defined endpoint. For that, I will use for loop. If my starting point is defined, but I don't know what the endpoint, so I will use while loop. And do while loop, why I use do while loop scenario is different little bit. I just, as of now, take the scenario picture. Later on, I will explain it inside the code that how do while loop is used. Do while loop is the case that whenever, if I'm putting any kind of conditions, so if the condition is even wrong for the first time, it will display the data for me. It has a different use case later on in the program, we will see. But as of now, let's focus on this. Let's focus on for loop, the most important loop and the most fastest loop inside the programming, so that we can go through the variable digits and everything which we want. We can go with the for loop. Guys, now our focus will be with the for loop. How we will use this for loop? It has a syntax. Okay, now let's cover for loop. First of all, it is the fastest loop. It is the fastest loop. It is starting and ending point is defined and we use it for what? We use it to iterate between digits or any other values that we want. How the syntax will look like in for loop, let's discuss that as well. The syntax in for loop will look like this. Now let's take the syntax. Like if we need to use the for keyword, FOR, you need to open the bracket for that, like you do for the if condition. And same like if condition, it has a opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket. And inside this body of opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket, you need to write down your source code, guys. Now, first portion inside the for loop inside the bracket of the for loop, we divide it into 3 sections. First section is what? Initialization of the variable. Initialization. My next section is what, guys? Between, it is the middle one. And here we will put the condition right here, that we need to loop till where? We need to have a one breakpoint, right? And next point is the incremental point, where we can increment the value. We can loop, we can circulate the value. This is the basic structure of the for loop. Now let's go see one program. Requirement comes and asks us that, hey, you need to do it. You need to write a program that should print from 1 to 10 for me. How would I do this? Let's take a new file in Java Basic. I will go with class and I will name it as a for loop, but make it capital, okay? For loop, I will check mark the public static void main, click on finish. So next is a requirement comes that, hey, you need to do what? You need to print from 1 to 10 for me through a for loop, through a program. So how would you do that? For that, we will do this. First of all, let's do what? Let's create one thing. Let's print system dot out dot println and pass a user-friendly message that we are displaying data from 1 to 10. This is my headline, so that my program looks a little bit more dynamic. So the user must understand what I'm doing right here. So how would I start writing the code? So first of all, for, open the round bracket, open the curly bracket as well. Till this point, you're good to go. Now I told you that we will divide this into 3 sections. First section is the initialization of the variable, the starting point, and name the variable as a start point, start point equal to right here 1. I'm start because I want to display from 1 to 10. So my starting point will be from where? From 1. Next, you need to put the condition breaker. Okay, it will start from 1, but where it should stop? What is the break point? My break point is 10, guys, my ending point. You need to put that ending point inside the condition. That ending point, my ending point should what? My start should go from where till where? My start point should less than equal to what? 10. Like we put the conditions inside what? Inside if. We do the same like this. My starting point should start from 1, and if my starting point is less than or equal to 10, we have to loop each and every time. Next section is the incremental, that we are circulating, we are creating the rounds or circle, that it will goes from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, from 4 to 5, like this, so on. So for that, I will do start point plus plus. This is the incremental operators, that it will do what? It will act like this. If one round come, first time it will print 1, next time it will print 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How would this day will happen that it will goes from 1 to 10, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, from 4 to 5? How will it goes? It will goes with the help of this operator, that we will take the variable, because and for starting point of the variable we put 1, so we add plus plus. Plus plus means that add 1 to the already existent value of the variable. Now I will dry run it as well and explain it step by step for you guys. Now next job is to do it to print the data. System dot out dot print ln. Now for displaying the data, I will do what? I will do like this. I will directly pass the starting point. Start point. Now if I run it, let me close this. If I run it, guys, you can see that the data display that this is my first section, this is my title, and next it starts from where? From 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see that if I would go with what? If I would go with the system.out.println, it would get 10 line of 10 line of the code. But as of now, I short it with 3 lines. Or maybe 4 lines of the code I written down. Now you can do anything. I will go with what? I will go with 100. If I pass the breakpoint as 100, so if I run it, you can see that it will display from with, from when, from where. It will display it from 1 exactly till where? Till 10. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 100 it display for me. Now this is called the beauty of the for loop, that with the help of for loop, we can display any range of the digits inside the code. Was that interesting? Is it so confusing? Any questions?
It is interesting, Sher. We can do that like what vice versa, like decrementing, the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Let me now explain it step by step. Okay, as of now we see. Let's now execute it. Let me open the Snappy. I hope that we started the recording. Okay, let me open the Snappy tool. Let's break this logic. New. I will execute this line of code. Okay, guys, I will explain this line. First of all, let me copy this. Let's make it explain it right here. Okay, first of all, guys, if you see right here, we declared one variable, name of the variable is what? Starting point or start point. And we already stored a value of 1 right here. Am I right, guys? Yeah, till this point you are also good. Now, inside start point, I have value of 1. Inside start point, I have value of 1, which is displayed. So on next portion, I have what? I have start point. I put the condition on start point that start point should less than equal to 10. Why I put this condition? Because I need to go till 10. I need to print till 10. I don't want to go beyond the 10. If I put 100, so I want to go till 100. If I put 1,000, it should go till 10,000. It should not print like this, 10,001. So this will break the logic. So I put less than equal sign. This is called less than equal sign, so that it should goes till the position, till endpoint. It should go till end point. Now I put here condition. Next, I have an incremental increments start point plus plus. What this do? Let's see it step by step. Now, when the compiler comes, suppose this is compiler, this is the translator. Why it's doing like this? This is the compiler or translator. It will come first in the program and will check. Okay, you declared a variable, you initialize it, and as well as you do what? Declare it, and as well as you initialize it. The value of the start point is 1. Okay, it should do what? It will not go for the next section, for this 2 section in a first attempt. It will not go for that. It will directly, okay, start point is equal to 1. It will come and enter to the body of the loop. This is the execution way, first way. Whenever it entered to the body of the loop, it is for the first time. Now it will do what? Whatever is written down here, it will do the same. System.out.println, I printed out the start point. So it will print for me what? It will print for me 1, which is right here. So let's get the display right here. Let me erase this section. Erase this point. So that we have a space. Let me erase this part again. Okay. Now we have a display section where we will be displaying each and everything right here. Where's my mouse? Okay, it's right here. For the first time, it will display 1 for me. Display. For me, 1. Now, the control will goes here because in this starting point, I have 1 as of now, guys. Because in here, right here, we initialize it as a 1. So in this starting point, I have 1. Now control will goes from here to this point. It will goes from this system.out.println to this point because we are looping it. The structure, the mechanism says like this. Now in here, I made I star plus plus, starting point plus plus. If you see in starting point, I have what? I have 1 in start point. Now plus plus says that add 1 extra value to the already existed value. Okay, it will do what? 1 plus 1, the result will be 2 for me. Now it will comes like this. Whenever I++, it will comes in this condition. Now it will not goes for this starting point again. This starting point was the entry gate that we pass. Now the loop will go between this point and this point till the condition satisfied. Okay, now it will check, is my starting point value, which is 2, is less than equal to 10? Yes, exactly. It is less than what? It is less than 10. So it will do what? Okay, it will say that go inside the body of the loop and print whatever data is stored on the what? On the variable of starting point. Now in variable of start point, I have what value? I have 2 value. Now it says that display 2. So it will display 2 for you. Now again, the control will goes from here to start point ++. Now next I have 2 in start point. So it says that ++, add 1 value to the 2. Now add 1 value to the 2. The result will be what, guys? The result will be 3 for me. Now it will do what? It will comes here again, check the condition that this 3 is less than equal to 10. Yes, exactly. So do what? It will print for me 3. It will come to the it will enter to the body of the loop and it will print 3 for me. Now I have 3 value inside my starting point variable. This 3 value. Now this control will goes again here and it will make it increment. It will increment it. Start point ++. Now I have 3 value. So I need to add 1 more, 1 value. So 1 + 3 will be 4. So again, they will come here and check. It will come from 4, will come here and check whether this 4 is less than equal to 10. Yes, exactly. This 4 is less than equal to 10. So go ahead and print 4 for me. Now this section will goes on till when? Till 10, guys. Now suppose consider this the value changed to what? Changed to 10. It is now 9. We will add 1 value to it. So 9 + 1. 9 + 1 will be 10. Now it will compare with the loop that whether this 10 that we add here is less than equal to what? 10 that we are adding? No, this is not less, but 10 is equal to 10. So again, my condition is satisfied. It will come to the loop and print 10 for us, the ending point. Now loop will not stop right here, guys. It will again goes, the control will goes from here to this starting point. Now I have 10 value inside my variable. 10 + 1 will be what? 10 + 1 will be equal to 11. It's not writing. 11. Now they will check the 11 inside the condition that whether this 11 is less than equal to 10. So a little bit. Is the computer hanged? Now this 10 is less than equal to 11 is less than equal to 10. No, the condition will false right here. It will not say that 10 is less than equal, 11 is less than equal to 10. So the loop here will be terminated. If it is terminated, so it will do what? Instead of printing, it will stop the program for me. Now when the program is stopped, so the result which I displayed will be what? The result which I displayed is like this. If I run this program again, you can see that Let's wait a little bit of time. Now you can see that, guys, they display digits from 1 to 10 for me. Now we got the concept of loop, that how we will do that. Okay, now my voice is clear, guys.
Yes, teacher Furqan. Yes, you're clear now. So we always use integer start point. Always, is this the syntax, or we can use something else also?
Yeah, as of now, just accept it like this, because you can change the name of variable. Most of the time people are using small variables, but I use the meaningful name to the variable so that you guys can understand it, at least, that what is this section, what is this section, and what we do with this part.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Go ahead, I will give you 5 minutes for this. Just write down the code, which is on the screen.
Sir, if we want to go like reverse, we can use minus minus.
Yeah, sure, minus, but later on I will show you step by step. As of now, just write down this program, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, you guys are done. You guys are so fast. So yeah, now I can see that most of the people are excellent job, guys. Okay, excellent, Farid and Mustafa. Now I'll give you one task, guys. Go ahead and do one thing. Create a new file and just try to write down this syntax by yourself. Go ahead and print for me values from where. I will say that you have to print from 45 till 73 for me. You have to print the digits from 45 to 73 inside loops. Go ahead and start writing the code. Do not copy and paste this. Just try to write it down from your side. Excellent job, Zakia. I'll give you 5 minutes for that. Take a new file. Guys, till this point, now we study that how we will declare a loop inside in Java program, how we will initialize the variables. Now let's little bit manipulate this for loop. The way which I teach you the starting point and the way which I'm now manipulating is same. Just it is little bit trick. Whether you go with this point, or whether you go whatever right now I'm teaching, totally both ways are fine. This is just a small trick, okay, guys? Now let me take a new program for this. We will do the same. I will take a new file. You guys also take a new file so that you can keep the both record for you. Loop. I'll name it as a loops. Click on finish. Okay, now before we study that, we need to declare or initialize the loop inside the system.out inside the for loop. But now I will do it. I will take a variable starting point and start point equal to 1. This is my starting point, guys. Now, if you see that in here, I have a condition 10. This is my breaker that I need to start from 45, like I need to go till 73. Now I need to take that ending point inside another variable. End point equal to, like, suppose 10. Let's give it 10. Endpoint tell 10. Now I'll do what? I will run a basic script system dot out dot println displaying digits. Now I'll do what? I will run the for loop script. For, I will do what? Start. I will add the start point. For start, semicolon. You should do what? Start, now put the condition start point less than equal to what? End point. It is the same like that, guys, which we declared. Wait a second, we had a mistake, I guess. Okay, let's see what is the error. Let's see. Okay, expected token. No worries at all. Now let's make it plus plus. Starting point is a plus plus. No. Okay, just as of now, remove this section. Let's remove this portion. We have to initialize this right here. So let's take it. Start point. We declared the variable. Now I'll initialize the start point right inside my for loop. Now I'll do what, guys? Instead of that, open the brackets. Now everything's gone. The error which we were facing was gone. Now let's do this again. Equal to 1. So it again same from the same error. Now you can check that we cannot do the initialization outside the body of the loop. So we have to do it right here. So I will remove this initialization from there so that we don't get any error. Now let's do. We declared a variable right here. We initialize it right here. In previous program, we did what? We declare it right here, we initialize it. But in this program, we declared above and we initialize it right here. So my next job is to do what? To put the condition. Now my condition is that start point should less than end point. Now what is the value of the end point? It is 10. Again, start point plus plus. It means that we have to loop the start point.
Sorry, sir. If you put int a start point, it will not display or it will not work.
Where you mean here, Marina?
Yes, yeah, and initialize the one up.
Yeah, look, Marina, we did the declaration first. Rule says that in previous program we did what? That's why I made a mistake by myself so that you guys can understand that it will take error for you. In this program, I did the initialization and declaration right in the for loop. But in this program, in next new program, I did the declaration in the above section. I declared the variable on the top, and I only initialize it right here so that you guys can understand that this is another way of declaring initializing variable inside loops. So whatever I'm teaching here, this will be the good way for you. You mean that I need to put int right here. Am I right?
And yeah, initializing in the
no, we cannot do like this because these two are totally different variable. You mean to say like this, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is totally wrong. You can see that it gets error. That's why it will not allow you. These, whenever I'm declaring a variable right here, and if I'm declaring the same variable right here, Java will not accept because Java says that this is the duplicate of the another variable. Please rename it. So whenever if you rename it, make the p small, so it will look like this, that this is a different variable and this is one another different variable for you. These are totally two different variables. That's why you cannot do like this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Let's clear. Yeah, seems like good. Now my next point is to do it. To print the same loop, get the print system.out.println from here. Logic was same. Both ways are correct. It totally depends on you. Now, what is the difference between this program and that program? In previous program, we made little bit everything static, but in this program, we take everything inside variable. Now, my starting point I declared here and I initialize it here, but my ending point I declared initialize both right here. So my first initialization, my first step of for loop, which starting. My second part is condition part, which is the breakpoint of the loop. So start point comparing with end point. And my last portion is the incremental portion that it will change the value from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, like so on. So if I run this, now you can see that it's printing the value for me from 1 to 10, guys. Now you understand?
This was a new for me, teacher. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, this is a little bit new for you. This is because we only put these value condition instead of writing 10 right here, we put that value inside the variable. So each and every time if you want to change the value, so come here and change it from here. If I run it now, you can see that it will go still 11 for me. It will print from 1 to 11. Now we understand? I told you at the beginning that this way and that way, both are totally fine for you. Now go ahead. I will give you 2 minutes for that. Write down the questions. Program. Excellent job, Ahmad here. Guys, don't worry about these loops, these if condition. Just as of now, get the concept that what loop says. Because in interview, they will ask you that why we use loops. Can you declare the structure of the loop? Can you write down the structure of the F for me? How will the syntax look like? So, you need to make dirty your hands with these concepts and these structures so that at the time of interview, you're able to write down the scripts. So this is also important for writing the code inside Selenium as well. So try to practice at least 10 program at home. That will be a great home assignment for you each and every time. Okay, Zakia, Ahmad, most of the guys are done with this. Excellent job, guys. Okay, with that, we're winding up here, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Hope today class was interesting and at least you get a little bit of the class. So if you get 20% of the class, it is totally fine, guys. You're successful if you get 20% of the today's class. Rest 80% you will get whenever we move on and we deep dive into the topics of the Java. So don't worry about this. These concepts are very easy once you start with the Selenium.
Thank you, sir. It's still the initialization point in this code is confusing for me because you declared int start point and then out of the loop, and again you in the loop you write like a start point equal to 1 and again a start point. This is a little bit confusing. I didn't, really
Yeah,
understand.
it is totally easy. You're Sardar, am I right?
No, I'm Firuz.
Feroz. Feroz, it's very easy. I just show you the trick that most of the people do it in this way. If you get this program, did you get this program, Feroz?
Yeah.
Your hand is open, you're good to go. No worries about this, okay? I just show you the trick that most of the people, most of the programmer do in this way, that they will declare a variable on the top and they will initialize it right down here. But most of the people will declare and initialize it inside the for loop. Both are same.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Okay, guys. Oh, the time is also up. We will be winding up here. So I will pass it on some assignment today. I will share it definitely in your class group, WhatsApp group. So you will be starting practicing with that assignments, and loops and if condition will be more easier for you guys. Don't worry about these concepts. You will learn it definitely. So till this point, do you have any question, suggestion? Was the class interesting? Was it so fast?
Thank you. It is interesting.
Okay, interesting. Should I make it slower than this or no? This speed is normal for you guys.
No, it is good, sir.
Okay.
Farhan, I need
But I have
1 minute help.
suggestion.
Let me stop the
But I have one suggestion, sir.
recording.